Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan. Joining me courtside tonight, Greg Anthony and Tim Legler. Here we go. So Detroit will get the first possession. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And here is Butler. Driving the lane. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
That's where Jimmy is at his best, attacking the rim.
Outside, Jordan. Kicks it out to Williamson. Outside Jordan. 6 to shoot. Back to Williamson. Over Giannis. That's short off the rim.
He got the space he wanted for his mid-range. He just wasn't able to convert.
Tim, one thing for sure, when Zion Williamson is right, he can carry all by himself in offense.
Well, there is no question he is an athletic freak. There is no answer for him when he is playing aggressively.
The first free throw is good. Right, we see a lot of change in the NBA, but Nikola Jokic always seems to stay in the MVP conversation.
And not just in it, at the top of it. His ability to affect the game is basically unmatched. He dominates in just about every single aspect.
Thompson misses.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And so now a timeout called by Kevin McHale. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. We play just over a minute here in the first. Pass the flag. Here's the three. Kwame Brown pulls it in.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Jordan. It's on target from the high post.
Well, Jordan's jumper is just pure, especially at that range.
Now flag. Good, and a nice assist from Morant.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
It's Jordan, top of the key. And the foul called on Michael Jordan. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Outside Kidd. Pocket 6. Williamson outside. Chasing Kidd, and that's good.
Oh, the concentration from Kidd at the arc, a big part of how he stays consistent from there.
Out to the right wing. They grab their own miss. Fires the 3. And it's flag missing. Williamson looking it over. Thompson outside. Pass to Kidd. Launches it. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And this game is tied up now.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
To the wing on the left. Back to Jordan. And stolen by Flag. And Flag throws it down.
And you can't let this kid Flag get that good a position down low. Cooper will finish that every time.
Now here's Kidd. It's tipped. One-on-one fast break. Hands with the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. 30 seconds left in the first quarter. And here is Kidd. And the dunk by Jordan.
Yeah, it's like he just keeps going up and up. Limitless vertical for MJ.
Here's Flag.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Here's Jordan. No good on the last second attempt there. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Pistons lead by 2. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on the Pistons so far?
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
They needed a jolt from that second unit, and that's exactly what they got.
Now here's Kidd. Back to Jordan. Just 5 on the clock. Butler with the steal. Jumps up. And it's Butler with the jam.
Yeah, Jimmy Butler selectively running and converting on the break.
You know, Tim, they say you can't measure heart, but Jimmy Butler, he plays with a lot of heart. He is non-stop.
Well, you could talk about his skill level and IQ, but Kevin, what you love about Butler is his competitive will, and he saves his best for the postseason.
Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Pistons.
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
And their ball pressure has been a major story in this one. Their ability to create turnovers and then turn that into offense. What a huge difference that has made.
And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Butler from outside. It's good from long range. Butler's got 7 points.
And Butler makes just enough from out there that you have to respect him.
Pass to Kidd. And there's the call on James. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Team second.
And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Here's Aminu. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Johnson. And Butler sends it back.
Well, he is known as a lockdown defender, but Butler can also make plays on the ball.
James making it look easy from deep.
You
can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Got to fight over it as a defender.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Green by Aminu. And the shot is good from Johnson.
You know what? Sometimes something good can come out of a bad possession.
Ron right side. Shoots the three. And another three for Detroit.
Showing some range, LeBron more than capable of hurting you from deep.
Johnson outside. Pass to Parker. Three-pointer. Here's Reed. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker.
Confident shot. Knew he wanted to fire and did not hesitate.
And James throws it down hard.
And what an explosive finisher LeBron is, rocking the rim whenever he goes up like that.
Outside, Reed. Johnson outside. Releases. And another basket for Kansas City.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Giannis on the follow. Antetokounmpo's got the lead up to 6 now for the Pistons.
Yeah, boy, the length of Giannis to get to the miss, and then the offensive ability to do damage afterward.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Well, oftentimes illegal screens fall into a gray area, but that time he got called for it.
James has a two-pointer. He's off on that one. And so is Detroit with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well. This one, a great performance from the field. Back right after this.
Visiting team, 20.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. And so it's Parker with it. He'll bring it up for Kansas City. 6-point game. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That's his first foul. Now Johnson. The 17-footer goes down. Johnson's got the first points of the second half up on the board for the Jayhawks. Pistons leading by 4. Morant, that's for 2. They get it again. Shot clock at 5. Here's Sigma. That 3 off the mark. Kansas City trails by 4. Johnson outside. To the middle. Here's Reed. And Reed throws it down.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. And Flag throws it down.
Solid team basketball, keeping the ball moving and creating a great shot.
And what you love about Cooper Flag, GA, he's committed with playing the game the right way.
Yeah, I mean, even back in middle school, he would binge watch the '86 Celtics, a team known for its high IQ.
To the paint. Here's Aminu. Parker looking around. In the corner, Smith with it. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Flag. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. The shot, no good. For the tie. Oh, and he pucks it off the glass. Wow. Inside, Sigma. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
What a great pass. It was on time and on target.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. The Jayhawks. And so now a timeout called by Kevin McHale. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Outside Kidd. Shot from 12. And Kansas City misses again. Detroit leading by 4. Over to the left wing. Shoots. Brown with the rebound. Unloads. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Thompson's got his first basket.
And this is Thompson's game. A lights-out shooter from basically anywhere on the floor. And sometimes as a point guard, you got to take things into your own hands.
Yeah, right. It's okay to be selfish when you have a chance like that.
Well, that's an explosive move right there, and it was perfectly timed.
Here's Flag. He's got 9. Here's Jordan. And he can't jam it through. And here we go. Fast break. Jordan's got it. Williamson left side. And the dunk by Williamson.
And Zion might be one of, if not the most powerful dunker in the league.
And here's Bosch for 3. Hits it from three-point range. Bosch has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, the combination of his length with that shooting range makes him a huge part of this offense.
And coming in with intensity as if nothing could stop him.
Pass to Jordan. And there's the call on Michael Jordan. That's foul number 2 for him. And so now a timeout called by Kevin McHale. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. From deep, Jordan. A three for Jordan.
3 points.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Pistons ahead. They're up by 4.
Your home team.
We've got more hoops coming your way in just a moment.
33.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Pistons leading by 4. Pass to Jokic. The power of Jokic. Wow.
Oh, that's just too easy for Jokic. This is why defensively you've got to get him away from the basket.
Butler with the steal. Here's Olajuwon. Brown with the rebound. Kansas City trails by 6. Pass to Kidd. Beyond the arc. Another 3 for Kansas City.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Knocked away. Kidd with the steal. To tie it up. Barry. He's the long-range jumper. Kidd's got it all tied up now for the Jayhawks.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, when you're coming down the stretch, you don't want any wasted possessions.
Now, here's Jordan. Now Williamson. Now Thompson. Just 5 to shoot. To take the lead. Rebounded by Antetokounmpo. Rising up and ripping down the two-hand jam.
And you love the floor recognition there, proving he's willing to give it up to open teammates.
Williamson outside. Here's Jordan. It's all about Antetokounmpo. The finish. Butler making a show out of the slam.
Oh, he has a knack for delivering in big moments. Everyone in the building knew Butler was going to take that shot.
Outside Kidd. Fires from way outside. Does not go.
Well, let's make no mistake about it. If you want to cut into this lead, you're going to have to generate much better shots than that.
And so now a timeout called by Kevin McHale. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Detroit leading by 4. Now Jokic. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Antetokounmpo. And he jams it in.
And Antetokounmpo slamming it down there, using his sensational will to finish with the flush.
Here's Thompson. Antetokounmpo with the steal. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far.
I mean, I hope you can appreciate the torque
that kind of move generates. He just has that natural explosiveness. The dream is something to behold. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And so now a timeout called by Kevin McHale. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Now, Thompson. Five to shoot. Takes the three. The shot misses.
Great job on the closeout and taking away space against a good shooter.
Jokic inside. What a finesse finish on the lay-in.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
They are playing with so much confidence. They've been clutch all the way around.
Jacks up a three. It misses. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo, and so Detroit takes this one by a big margin. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And that about wraps it up. For Tim Legler and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan, and we thank you for tuning in. See you next time.